Hi guys.
Good morning.
Hi Brennan.
Hi.
You haven't been in a video in kind of a long time.
How many has it been?
It's been a couple, but we are amending that situation today because we're at Disney Springs to watch Toy Story. We're wearing our Toy Story shirts and we're gonna see Toy Story 4. Finally, it's been out for like a week now.
Finally, it's been out for like a week now.
I wanted to see it on opening day, but we just couldn't figure it out with our schedules. But we're doing it today. We're gonna go pretty much watch the movie right now.
Yeah, we're doing like a little matinee, which we like never do.
Yeah, it is 10 o'clock on a Wednesday right now. So when else do you watch Toy Story other than 10 o'clock on a Wednesday? So I guess we're gonna go watch it and then have some lunch. Have you ever seen Disney Springs this empty?
No, I don't think we've ever been here this early.
This is pretty intense. So we just went to the AMC. We got our tickets for Toy Story 4 for right now. So let's go inside and let's watch it.
Yay.
I'm excited. Hi, Brennan.
I'm embarrassed.
Get on up here. We were taking some pictures in front of the Toy Story 4 cutout, I guess is what you would call this. We just got out of the movie right over there. We just finished watching it. We have some things to say about that experience.
We have a story.
Yep. All right, so I guess let's head out of the theater. We need to go get some lunch now, right?
I really liked the movie.
You did cry. I wanted to cry too, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about. Let's go get some lunch. All right, so we found a nice place in the shade to talk about our movie experience. There's a bunch of pokey trees over here. There's a cool water fountain right here, which is actually interesting because I feel like a lot of people probably back up into this not knowing that the water is actually cascading over it. This is Bongos right here in between Bongos and Jaleo. So our movie experience was very interesting because it started out with us going into the theater and the screen didn't work. Like the screen was just black, so our movie started about 30 minutes late because of that factor. And then the big, I guess, situation that we encountered for our entire movie experience was there were about, I guess there were two main kids, but there were about 4 kids at one point just running around the theater, like running up to the screen and touching it and just sprinting back and forth, yelling, laughing, giggling, literally the entire duration of the movie. It was the most uncomfortable experience that I've ever had in a movie theater.
Yeah.
What did you think?
So it was really awkward because the movie was like an hour and 40 minutes and I think for like an hour and 30 minutes it was just the screaming kids. And I think what was bothering me more about the screaming kids was that the fact that like the mom wasn't doing anything about it. I'm not a mom, I can't judge, I can't make these calls, trust me, I know. But it was just kind of like, at what point do we stop doing this? And it was just really awkward, and finally somebody chimed in and then they started fighting, like verbally fighting in the movie theater, and it was just like, what is happening? And I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, so a lady literally came down the stairs and yelled at this other woman that if she wasn't gonna control her kids, that she needed to leave. And then they just started yelling at each other, and I think that either one or two of the kids had some sort of, I think it was autism, I'm not sure, but it's one of those things that I have nothing, like you said, I have nothing to really say or judge about that like whatsoever, but when it disturbs, I guess, the entirety of the theater, because when they finally left, the entire theater started applauding and clapping, and it was just the like, weirdest experience.
It was like the children were at the front of the theater just like banging on the screen that the movie was playing on, and everything was just very uncomfortable, and you could tell that the whole theater was uncomfortable, and I think the whole theater knew that there was something special about the children, so I think everyone was a little bit afraid to say something. Except that one mom.
It was weird, you know, and
it's a very weird situation to be in.
Yeah, like
especially when you don't have kids.
For real, and I feel bad because I imagine that being a single mom of 4 kids that you can't really wrangle is very challenging. And I feel bad for her, but at the same time, it was like ruining the movie experience because they weren't just being loud, they were sprinting around the theater, up and down the aisles to the screen, banging on things, and it was rough. So apart from that, what did you actually think of Toy Story 4?
I liked it. I can see where some people don't like it because I've heard that a lot of people think that the movies should have ended at the 3rd one, and I get it. Like, the third movie did leave a really good emotional ending. This one did too. And like, I think I liked it because I was there for the characters and not necessarily the whole storyline. I think it was just an extension of the storyline. I still ended up crying, like happy tears at the end of it. A lot of it was just from adrenaline.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I think it was cute.
I've heard a lot of people's justification is that Toy Story 1 through 3 is the Toy Story, and then Toy Story 4 is the epilogue to the characters.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, because it wasn't like the most special story that really provided a full conclusion. It just kind of added on to the conclusion of Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
I keep almost hitting this really pokey tree.
I keep touching it. It's very interesting.
And then again, there's that waterfall. I bet so many people just kind of walk up to this and just sit on it. All right, let's go get some lunch.
Okay, did you want to talk about how you felt about the movie?
Oh yeah, I do. So now I'm in the hot seat of interrogation.
Yeah, how did you feel about the movie?
So I want to see it again because as much as I didn't want it to, the kids definitely impacted my viewing experience because I would be like watching them run back and forth and bang on the screen, then I would look back at the screen and I'd be like, I don't even know what just happened. I wasn't even paying attention, so like I didn't get that emotional like cathartic release at the end of the movie that I'm sure a lot of people did. But I liked it, and I definitely like agree with what people kind of said about how 1 through 3 is like the main story and then 4 is the epilogue, more or less. I thought it was cool. I liked it. There were things that I thought was a little bit interesting, character-wise, that were set up in previous movies that maybe didn't get reflected in this movie, but altimately was an adorable story. And I want to see it again. There's a plane going by. Let's go get some lunch.
Yay!
So there's AMC right over there. Here's Brennan. Hi, Brennan.
Hello.
And this is where we just did our, however long that was, 5-minute long review of Toy Story 4. This is Haleo right next to it. And I think we are going to head to Wolfgang Puck.
Because we haven't checked out their little quick service
Yeah,
menu.
absolutely. Let's do that. Something else that I forgot to mention is that because, not because of the kids, but because the movie started late because of the screen problems, they actually came in and announced to the theater to come by guest services to get a ticket for, I guess, a redo of a movie. So we walked up to guest services and we had barely even said that we just saw Toy Story, and they were like, here you go. And we were like, oh, okay. So now we can come back and watch one of the other millions of movies that we haven't seen, which is really cool. We're not really the type of people to ever complain or go to guest services because we had a lame experience, but they just kind of had it ready to go, so we were just like, okay. All right, so we've pretty much made it across Disney Springs. Here's Rainforest Cafe. Hi, Brennan. Wolfgang, I think, is right over here somewhere. Disney Springs is so much more different during the daytime when there's really nobody here. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
So we made it to Wolfgang Puck over here. They have some reasonable foods for some reasonable prices. Let's go check it out. I've never been here, so it's gonna be kind of exciting to experience it for like the first time. Hi. So we're inside Wolfgang Puck and we already got our food. Brennan got the ravioli, right? And some sweet potato fries on the side. And then I got this bacon wrapped meatloaf sandwich with sweet potato fries, which this looks really, really good, and I'm super excited. And I wanted to amend my statement that I just made. I have been in here before when I did my little Stitches holiday hunt back during the holiday season, but I just walked in and then I walked out, and I made a mental note then to come back and try it out at some point. And here we are, like 9 months later, right? So what do you think of Wolfgang Puck? Did you like it?
It was good.
Yeah.
It's sweet potato fries, which I love.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised we haven't eaten there ever before.
Well, it's kind of so far out of the way. It's like,
It really is.
I
It's like in
forget
the very
back
back corner of Disney Springs over here. This is the Christmas store. So I do want to go over to...
Sweet AC.
Yeah. I want to go over to Goofy's Candy Company, I think, because they're selling alcohol over there, sort of.
They're selling alcohol.
I just want to see what it's like. And then I also want to, maybe we'll go over to D-Tech first, because I want to see if I can get a new phone case, because now with Toy Story 4 being out, it's time to get a new phone case, I think, right? All right, let's go.
Okay.
I don't know if they still have the booth that we got a while ago, but we are heading into the co-op over here into D-Tech, which is right here. And this is where you can design a bunch of really cool phone cases. And we're coming here first because if you put in your order, then you can, I guess, go to other stuff while they make your phone case, because it can take a little bit. So we're checking out all of the options that they have. This is the specialty category, which is like a design like this, like a 3D effect. There you go. I asked her to hold that for me and then I just took it from her, so.
No, I was holding it like a poop, and you like, you didn't even notice. I was trying to punk you, and you didn't even care.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, so this is like the 3D kind of effect. So there's a bunch of these different options with that. I think I'm gonna get something a little bit more subdued. Like, do you have yours where you have the, yeah, you have the wall picture. That's the mossy wall from Pandora. So that'd be kind of something a little bit more, I don't know, subtle. So I'll search and see what I like. See, these are a bunch of other wall options. There's the bubblegum wall, there's the mossy wall, there's the Animal Kingdom wall, the toothpaste wall, the purple wall. What is this wall?
I think this is the toothpaste wall.
No, that's the toothpaste wall.
The Seas wall.
There's the bubblegum wall. Shoot, I don't even know my walls. I'm embarrassed. But there's a bunch of cool options over here. They have a lot of... Oh, look at that. They have an Illuminations one. They have a bunch of ride ones, too. I have an idea of which one I might want to get, so I'll show you that in a little bit. They got a lot of good options. I love these. All right, so we just finished up at D-Tech, and I did indeed get myself a phone.
Yeah.
So just in about 20 minutes, we're gonna have to go back and pick that up. But while we're waiting, we're gonna go inside Goofy's Candy Company to see what they got, right?
Yeah.
Because they got some new sweet treats. Well, this says gourmet flavored cotton candy, but I think they have some other things as well. So these are called Goofy's Glaciers, and right now we are getting the Razzle Dazzle Pink. And there's all the options right over there. So Goofy's Glaciers are right over there, and this is our Razzle Dazzle Pink, which you said tastes like what?
A strawberry, or no, the pink Starburst with rum.
With rum, and you can get this without alcohol for $4.99, I think is what it was, and then with alcohol it's like $12.50 or so, and then you could also get it in a souvenir cup, but we elected to not to do that. But we need to come into Goofy's Candy Company more often because they have a lot of really cool stuff in here. Wow, just candy and sweet things all over the walls. Alright, where to next? Do you want to go get my phone case or keep walking around?
I don't know. Did you want to look at the cotton candy here?
Yes.
Okay.
They're doing a lot of work on a lot of these really good looking treats over here. There's the cotton candy right over there. Brendan, we should probably go before I buy everything.
Okay.
I'm really in the mood for cotton candy.
Get some.
Get some. So that's where they dip the candied apples. And right over here is a funhouse mirror that Brendan and I have been having so much fun with. Ah, look at my neck. And your forehead.
I put one on my story of Roy and it put me in tears and I can't get over it.
Oh my god. This is great. Oh, funhouse mirrors. Look at my nice long legs right there. Alright, I think I am gonna get some cotton candy.
Go for it.
You're very convincing. Alright, we just left Goofy's Candy Company and I did get myself some cotton candy, which I am very excited about. Pink is my favorite flavor. Pink is a color, but it's also like a flavor, you know? It's like Gatorade. You don't like know the specific flavors of Gatorade, you just get the color Gatorade that you like.
Yeah.
Nice. So we're heading back over to, I guess, the co-op to go get my phone case. Yay. One thing about Toy Story 4 that I did hear is that the other characters kind of seem like secondary characters, which I think did actually kind of seem like the case, which is like a little bit unfortunate. Like, Buzz kind of had a reasonable part, but as far as like Potato Head and Ham and Jessie and Slinky and all them, they were not really in the movie like at all, which was kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Like Mr. Potato Head, Don Rickles.
Yeah.
I know that they, like their whole thing was that they archived a bunch of like old audio to make his character speak, but I think I heard his character speak once.
It was like a couple times. And it was kind of like very, you know, hey, watch out. Kind of like stuff that you'd expect will probably be like in an archive somewhere.
Good thing I packed my angry eyes.
Yeah. So we made it back inside the co-op. D-Tech is right back there. And here it is, my new phone case.
Big ow.
I'm so happy about this. It looks a little bit off center, and I actually asked her about that, and she said it was just kind of how it printed, which is, it's fine, nothing that they can really do about that, but this is my new phone case, and I'm so happy because I love the Country Bears.
Hold it back up. Ooh, it's got a strong scent. It smells fresh out of the printer.
Really?
Yeah, you kept wafting it over, and I'm like, what am I smelling?
There's a bunch of candles over there, too.
It's that.
So we're in 28 Main now, and they have a bunch of these attractions and land-centric shirts. I really do like this one still, the Frontierland sweatshirt. But then they have a bunch of these kind of retro looking shirts as well. These are pretty popular. I think they're also Pride shirts, but I would get those because they look so cool. And they have these kind of designs too.
This one's cool.
That's pretty neat. Right over here is where you can actually order one of these commemorative bricks because they're redoing the entrances to a lot of the theme parks, I guess, and they're ripping out a bunch of these bricks that people ordered a long time ago. And the people that ordered those bricks originally can get a replacement brick, or if you never ordered one, you can just kind of buy one here and customize it and pick it up. So this is really cool. This would be pretty neat to do. There's the giant one, and then there's kind of like a little smaller one right there. So we passed the Marketplace Snacks, and they are still selling the Woody boot that you can get a Dole Whip in. So if you are, I guess, at Disney Springs, go get yourself a Dole Whip boot because it's a really cool souvenir. But I think now we're heading over to the Disney Style Store, right?
Yeah.
We haven't been there in kind of a long time.
Yeah, and they have some cute looking Pixar stuff in there.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm gonna eat my cotton candy now. We're heading over to, like I said, the Disney Style Store. Also, a cast member saw our Toy Story shirts and said we should go over to a cool pop-up photo op that's over, I think, by Paddlefish.
Yeah, it's like right over this area.
Let's go.
Look at me using my
it out.
hands now.
Yeah, pointing everywhere. Oh, I didn't even eat this yet. There's my cotton candy.
Beautiful.
Bye, Buzz and Woody. I liked your movie. So this is the photo op right over here where you could pretend like you are in, I guess, a arcade vending machine with a bunch of green alien men. And this is to promote Toy Story Drop, which I guess is like, kind of like a Candy Crush kind of app, it looks like. And I don't know, this is pretty cool. We also got some free pop sockets here.
Yay!
Yay! That pop-up was right over there next to Paddlefish, and we are heading over to the Disney Style Store just to see kind of what they got over there. That was fun.
Yeah.
I liked that. Just a fun little photo op.
Yeah.
One of these days we really need to eat at the Boathouse because we've never done it and I've heard such good things about it.
I know.
There were so many places that we passed on the way to Wolf King's that were very tempting. I want to go back to Wine Bar George, all sorts of other places over here.
We like try to go to Boathouse and then we always just end up going with a cheaper alternative.
Yeah.
But it's on the more pricey side, but...
It is, but one of these days we will eat there. We made it to the Disney Style Store.
Woo.
This is one of the coolest places to shop in all of Disney. They just have the trendiest stuff, and it's always so cool and affordable. All right, so we are inside the Disney Style Store, and I really, really like this shirt. This is a Pixar Luxo Junior Ball shirt. I really like that.
Look at these bracelets that you can buy. They have this really fancy Slinky Dog one, and then they have this very like, it's almost like one of those hair ties.
It's
like
a Slinky
rubber.
Dog.
Yeah, and it's just like cute little bracelet.
And then this shirt right here, you were looking at this.
Oh, it looks so cute.
It says Andy on it. Then there's, let's see if I can grab one of these from the other side. Look at these.
Oh my god.
This is great.
Wow.
I don't think these are for me, but
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I would rock them if I could. Then there's, I just dropped it. They have a bunch of shirts, and they have Spirit jerseys, and they have these pants as well.
They're very comfortable.
Are these for kids?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They're very small.
Well, they stretch. They're leggings.
I guess so. And then they have this shirt too, which you should get this one. This is, look at this sequin Pixar ball shirt. It's great. This is the outfit you want to go see Toy Story 4 in, let me tell you what. They got the plushes too, obviously, and they have a lot more jewelry as well. Wow. Oh, Bo Peep. And then
Officer Giggle McDimple.
yeah. She was an interesting little character. I liked her. They have some Lion King merchandise over there because that live action movie's coming out soon, and this is really cool. They have a bunch of like VHS artwork t-shirts from Little Mermaid, Lion King, and then Aladdin. This is pretty neat. I like this a lot. I think these are all about $35. Yeah, so we're checking out some of the graphic t-shirts, and I love stuff like this where they just kind of play homage to retired, I guess, Disney attractions. Like they have the Skyway right up there, which is this right over here, but I'm pretty sure this is a female shirt. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Man, I would get both of those if they weren't. Same with this. This is like a, I don't know, a crop top midriff kind of a shirt. Like I would get most of these if they weren't just for girls. All right, so we just came out of the Disney Style Store. We're over here by the food trucks. And this food truck in particular I think is kind of new, at least new to me, because they have mac and cheese. And look at all these different kinds of mac and cheese options. We definitely need to come back and check that out. But we got some shirts. Do you want to show off what we got? So this is what I got. I did get my Pixar Luxo Junior Pixar ball shirt, which I'm happy about. Yay! And then what'd you get?
I got something cute and simple.
Andy!
Yay!
Yay.
And it's got the ball on the back too.
That is so cool. So now we can go to Toy Story Land and take some cool, cute pictures there, right?
Yeah.
So we got a couple shirts, got some cotton candy, we had some lunch, we saw Toy Story 4. I got myself a new Big Al phone case.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Oh no. But now we're heading back to the car. All right, so we're back in the garage, about to hop in the car and then head back home. What? All right, so we made it back home to the apartment. We have our own little Buzz and Woody right here. That was a really fun trip to Disney Springs. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to kind of spend that time together in a while, just like a casual Disney Springs date like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't like before or after somebody's shift or something. Oh, that looks so great.
Thanks.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead and head on out from here. We actually are doing something a little bit later on today, which is gonna be exciting too. We're gonna go to SeaWorld and go to Electric Ocean because we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we haven't been.
Yeah, so let's, I guess, get ready for that. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out with us again today. And goodbye to infinity.
And beyond.
Nice.